Trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat for Halloween. Better give a treat.
I'm so overjoyed to be with you, and this is why I was almost cut up for pumpkin pie.
Hello, fiends. Welcome back to the book graveyard. We got a very special word salad here. We haven't done a word salad in 3 months. Not only is it a word salad, which is our update video, not only is it that, but it's our 2-year anniversary, and it's Halloween time. So it's creepy, it's evil. We're making it evil as fucklet.
Some people even think it's fun to smash pumpkins. Oh no, that's not fun.
So we're going to discuss what we've read, what we're going to be reading, some of the videos we've made. Before we get to the goings, before we get to the 2-year breakdown here, I wanted to let you know about the next Elusive Exclusive Book Society video coming out. It's not a video, it's a live stream coming out Wednesday, the 22nd, at the witching hour of noon, 12 in the afternoon, the creepiest time of day. And we will be discussing H.P. Lovecraft's Dreams in the Witch House. And our special guest will be the decapitated heads from Check Your Shelf, Paul and Steve. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Some people even think it's fun to smash pumpkins.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be right here on this channel. Noon, Wednesday. Everyone dress up. Not that we can see you, but just in our minds, we like to know that you'll be dressed up. So we'll see you there. See you here, noon, Wednesday the 22nd. And now on to the 2-year anniversary. 2 years of doing this here. 2 years of talking books on YouTube. If you want to call it BookTube, you can. I'd prefer not to, because that shit's lame. How has this journey been? Well, I'm going to show you a clip here from my very first video. I was very shy, very nervous. I talked about Nightshade, the 80s horror book Nightshade. How about we pop that up there?
It's so much filler crap, pointless. Ugh.
All right, so we started off a little angry. Around here. Killer flies, man, no good. Who writes a fucking book about killer flies? It's still bullshit. It still makes me angry. 2 years later, still angry. So when that first video started, I didn't think anyone would watch it. I didn't think anyone would care. And I kind of hoped that no one would watch it. I wanted to do it, but I didn't want anyone to watch it. And here we are, 2 years later, 2,200 subscribers. I've met so many friends doing this, which I know everyone says that. They never expected it, but it totally does happen. And it's not just friends of other channels, but people who have tuned in and commented, and just friends I made on the other social media platforms like Instagram. And I guess that's it. I don't really spend much time on the Twitter or in the Facebook group. I already kind of know everyone from other places. So I've done book trading from all across the world. I've sent books to Japan, to Jeff in Japan. I've traded books with Mark in New Zealand. Canada, lots of Canada trading. England, I've gotten stuff from England. I've gotten stuff from Texas.
I definitely don't care about Texas, and I don't care about Texas politics. Ultimately, there's one word that can describe this book, and it is dorky. This is the dorkiest thing I have ever read. I want to shove this book in a locker.
Give this book a swirly.
I started doing interviews, which is something that I had wanted to do from the beginning. That was like in the initial plan, and it was intimidating. It was intimidating to do an interview because I don't know how to do that. I just, but you got to realize that you're just having a conversation just with the camera on. And then that kind of made me a little more comfortable in doing it.
I was going to speak negatively in reference to L. Ron Hubbard.
Oh, yeah, you can say that. I don't give a shit. Fuck that guy. So I think the first interview was with Kevin Bonnet down at Bonnet's Books. Went to one of my local bookshops and interviewed the owner about his pulp writing grandfather. That was awesome, and that kind of opened it up for me. It was kind of nice to start with someone that I had many conversations with personally. And then all the other interviews I've done have been over video. And I've talked to Bob Dice and Wyatt Doyle and Bill Cunningham. The Men's Adventure, they do the Men's Adventure stuff. And Will Erickson from Paperbacks from Hell. And I just did a video with Justin from Fathom Press. I did a video with Justin from the Paperback Fanatic. I was mentioned in the Paperback Fanatic. That was mind-blowing. I got to print the shirts for Pulp Fest, which was crazy. So we've been to Pulp Fest 2 years. And yeah, this year they let me print their shirts, the official shirts for Pulp Fest. That was incredible. I can't believe all this stuff has worked out this way. It's just not what I expected it. And then I have a couple places that send me stuff to review, which I never thought would happen. I'm completely flattered. I get stuff from Fathom Press, Justin's reissues, and I get stuff from Starkhouse, their reissues, and then I get Bob and Wyatt's Men's Adventure Library when they do stuff, and then Bob Dice and Bill Cunningham's Men's Adventure Quarterly, and I've gotten those issues, and I just hope that I do them well, and I'm honest about it, and I mean honestly, it's all great. So that's the honest truth right there. I haven't really seen anything bad, and I'm floored that anyone sends me stuff to talk about. I've done some great collaborations with, oh man, so many people. I mean, I can't just start naming everyone off because I know I'm going to forget it. I know I've already probably forgotten some folks. But yeah, the collaborations, like with Eric, the Paperback Warrior, which was also incredible because when I first started this, as I've mentioned a million times everywhere else, that Paperback Warriors my inspiration for starting this, and it was very cool to be now making videos with Eric where we did one video where we talked about The Butcher, and then we've been doing a series of videos where we talk about Gothic books, which I will talk a little bit later on. All the friends that we've made, all the other channels, specifically Pulp Mortem and Secret Fire Books, my main dudes over at the Elusive Exclusive Book Society. We got to hang out at Pulp Fest together, which was amazing to actually meet in person. And I love those dudes. Thank you all for just watching for 2 years, watching me stumble and mispronounce words and say the wrong shit and just hanging out. It's been a lot of fun, and we're going to keep doing it until we're sick of it. That's the way life goes, right? So thank you everyone for watching. Please keep watching if you want to. Or if not, whatever. Alright, so we got a big old stack. Like I said, it's been 3 months. There's been lots of books that we're not going to mention. I went back a little while. So here we go. We're starting off with The Squeeze here by Gil Brewer. This is one of the books that Starkhouse sent me. It's a review copy. The Squeeze / And the Girl Screamed. I devoured that squeeze. It is like a noir movie. So even though a lot of people interchange hard-boiled and noir, it's not exactly the same. So this isn't a detective. This is like an average man getting wrapped up into a crime by a femme fatale. And it was amazing. And I still need to write that review. And that was The Squeeze. I didn't get to And the Girl Screamed yet. Ninja Master number 8, Only the Good Die. Wade Barker, which I'm pretty sure is Rick Myers. It's Rick Myers that actually wrote this. And this was awesome. Just like I read number 2. It was amazing, very ninja. Not like number 1 that we read for Ebes. Number 1 was terrible, and it was not written by Rick Myers. So this is a great ninja action. This is an 80s movie with body counts in the hundreds. And it was very violent. This is a very violent book. And it's beautiful. It's total exploitation fun. I read The Phantom of the Temple, Robert Van Gulik. This is a Judge Dee mystery, and it takes place in 1600s China. And there's a murder at the temple. And Judge Dee has to solve what's going on. And this is all about the atmosphere, the ancient Chinese atmosphere. And this was good, but not as good as The Haunted Monastery. The Haunted Monastery is the best Judge Dee that I've read so far. But it was still good. If you're looking for a classic style mystery that's a different take, a little more historical, with a different setting other than the usual settings that you read, that's a good choice right there. The Girl in the Telltale Bikini. It's an Operation Hang 10 entry. I don't remember what number it is. I don't have my glasses on. It's by Patrick Morgan. I can barely read that. This was hilarious fun. This was amazing. This is an amazing men's adventure, espionage, sexploitation book about this spy, this surfer spy who has to go to Australia because a United States ship went down and it had spy documents, and he's got to go recover these documents, but also someone has been impersonating him. And then he goes down there and, gets a bunch of ladies and gets some fights and kicks ass, man. What do you expect? What do you expect from something like that? We reviewed The Night Creature. This one already has a video. This is a great UK folk horror from the 70s. There's a review of it. I don't really need to say much more of it. Go watch the review. It's a great book. Did you read any bad books, Nick? No, not really. Oh, wait, yeah. Got a few more here. And then, like I said, I got a Fathom Press sends me the review copies. And he's got a reissue of Snowman here. It's about a killer 20-foot Yeti loose in the ski resort. Fuck, I don't remember what mountain that it's on. It's in California. It's a ski resort. And a Himalayan Yeti rides an iceberg over and starts chomping people in half. And it's about a men's adventure team going up to the mountain to take care of business. I am currently writing this review, so hopefully that will be out soon. Hopefully before the end of the month, but we shall see. I read Richard Lehman, The Dark Mountain. We already did a video on this. I made some friends over on Instagram called the Richard Lehman Book Club, and I invited them to come have a chat about The Dark Mountain. And it was a lot of fun, so go watch that. Just real quick, The Dark Mountain is about a mother and son, and the son's a serial killer, and they're hiding up in the mountains, in the Appalachian Mountains. No, Black Butte Mountains. And there's two families headed up to go camping, and they have a run-in. And then the mom of the serial killer's son is some kind of voodoo priestess, and she curses the family. I don't know. It's good. It's great, and it's a hilarious conversation.
Funny scene where they were kissing or whatever in the cinema, and then they went to the toilets afterward, and Lehman wrote when Nick went to the toilet that his dick was slippery on the underside of his dick. And but weren't his dick slippery on the underside? Was his dick sweating or something? And I remember writing a note about that, just going like, that's the stupid typical Lehman, right?
I don't want to get into theories.
I just posted this today when I'm recording this. Dorothy Eden, The Brooding Lake. This is for Eric and mine's. Eric and mine? This is for me and Eric. God, I don't even know the proper way to say it. And yet you guys still subscribe. The Brooding Lake. Dorothy Eden. Eric and I do the Guide to Gothic series. I just posted this today as of recording this. This is a great Gothic suspense book, and I think that it has a lot of similarities with Twin Peaks. None of the mystical stuff, don't mean to get you too excited, but some of the mystery aspects, some of the details of Laura, what happened to Laura, and then what happened to the missing woman in this book. There's a correlation, I think. Just finished this, The Night of the Wolf, Frank Belknap Long. Look at that beautiful cover there. It's for the Frankenstein horror series. I just recorded the review for this, so that should be coming out very soon. Frank Belknap Long was one of the Weird Tales authors around the era of Lovecraft and Howard and C.L. Moore and all those wonderful authors. This was written in 1972, so he was 71 years old when this was written. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's a werewolf story. Just kidding. It's the cover. Look at the cover. Of course it's a fucking werewolf story. He's 71. Tune in for that. It was a little bit difficult. I'll give you details in the video. And finally, we got May Gray and the Apparition, or May Gray and the Ghost, depending on which edition you get. I read this in collaboration, as I was a guest on the Lighting the Pipes podcast. The Lighting the Pipes podcast is a podcast covering classic mystery books, in-depth reviews, backs and history, in-depth reviews and history on the authors. Very intelligent folks. I don't know why they got me on there, but I was on there, stuttering and my way through everything. And it was a lot of fun. I'm just kidding. It was great. It was a great fun, great conversation.
It's almost time for your favorite program.
Oh, it's 6 p.m. already? It's time for Lighting the Pipes. Let me turn it on.
One door closes and another door opens, right? That's what the proverbial they often say happens in life. Well, in Inspector Magre's case, one case is just finished when another one comes rushing in. No sooner has the Parisian chief inspector wrapped up a confession that seals the fate of a motorcycle gang of jewel thieves, Hell's Diamonds, let's call them. He's just brought news of a shooting from his trusty deputy, Lapointe. Roused from the start of his first decent sleep in weeks, Magre is informed that the victim is an associate of his from the 18th arrondissement, his long-suffering colleague, Inspector Lognon, a.k.a. Inspector Unlucky.
Is this not nice? I love this show.
As you can see, wonderful conversation, wonderful ambiance. We recorded that on a Sunday morning. I know it just happened, but it's one of my favorite moments of doing all this stuff for the past 2 years. Just what a pleasant way to spend a Sunday morning. It was like a little cloudy, a little dark. I had my coffee. It was 10 in the morning. And just sitting there and chatting about this classic mystery book, this May Gray series that I love so much. With those fellows was just the most wonderful way to spend a Sunday morning. And that was, I really enjoyed it. And I hope that everyone goes and listens to it for real. It's a lot of fun. All right, and so let's talk about what we're going to be reading now. All right, so we are currently reading, since it's Halloween, I wanted a good ghost story. My wife got this here, Edward Gorey Ghost Story Collection. He picked out all the stories. Haunted Looking Glass, collection of ghost stories chosen and illustrated by Edward Gorey. I got into like the third story, and I don't know. I was a little unimpressed. The stories were more juvenile, I guess. Not juvenile like immature, but they're just really basic and just kind of your average ghost story. Like there was nothing I don't know. Nothing that stood out. Nothing that made a difference, that stuck in my mind. I'll continue reading, but I'm not that excited about it. What I am excited about is this here, though. I'm currently reading Nesh and Other Necromancies by my man, T.H. Brandt, which we just showed in our book haul. T.H. Brandt is, of course, Tim from Secret Fire Books. As I said in the book haul video, it's dedicated to me and Jake, which made me very happy. Made me my heart skip a beat with love for Tim. This is Tim is kind of love letter to H.P. Lovecraft. It's very Lovecraftian. And you can get yourself a copy right now on Amazon. Niche. I'll put that link down there. Everyone should go buy a copy. I'm about 3/4 of the way through Burn Offerings. Robert Morosco. I have a difficult relationship with Burn Offerings. Everyone says how great it is, and I have tried to watch that movie with the lovely Karen Black many, many times, and I just get so bored with it. Like, just get on with it. It takes forever. I always make it to the part with the pool, and then I'm done. So I was like, well, maybe there's more detail. Maybe the book is better. We know the book's better. The book's always better. Come on. So I was like, I'm gonna read this thing, and I gotta say that it is a lot better because you have their thoughts. There's more to it than face value. So it's a lot more fun. I'm still not floored by it. It's still moving pretty slow, but I did make it past the pool. I did make it past the pool scene. So we're gonna finish that. Probably talk about it, and then finally, I got The Wilds. Julia, I don't know how to say that. Julia Twellis, The Wilds. This is a recent reissue from Fathom Press. So everyone can get this right now. It just came out, and I'm gonna read it and give it the old book graveyard review. So hopefully it is great. I'm sure it is because Justin has great taste and puts out great stuff. So there is The Wilds that's coming up. So I think that's it. I think we're going to call it a day there. Be here on Wednesday, the 22nd, for that live Eebs review of Dreams from the Witch House with the Check Your Shelf fellas. It's going to be fun, and I will see you then.
Rise from your grave.